Moments with God, a time of reflection for every day.
July 24th. Learning to live after loss. And said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Job 121.
When we experience a significant loss, it's natural to ask ourselves, how do I move forward? Will I ever smile again? That intensity of grief seems impossible to manage, and it feels like sunny mornings will never return to our lives. In a very short time, Job lost everything. This story is recorded in the Bible. His business, his estate, his influence, his children, his health, and finally his wife. His world collapsed in an instant, his plans for the future vanished, and grief filled his heart. But he was a man of faith, and yet his faith did not take away his pain. His faith remained fixed on God, and through that faith he was able to overcome his circumstances. Job brought his grief to the feet of the Lord. He learned that although he had lost many things, he had not lost the Lord. When everything seemed dark, God's presence remained real. And it was precisely in the midst of his suffering that he learned to know the Lord in a deeper way. He endured without denying God, he accepted the misfortune, and his faith remained unwavering. He thought that if he died, it would be a relief, but he would not remain in the grave forever. Rather, he would rise from the dust when his Redeemer returned for him. Job learned to live with pain, to endure it because his faith was in God.
Loss changes our lives, but it doesn't have to destroy them. God doesn't always answer our questions immediately or take away the pain instantly, but He walks with us through the healing process. He can give us strength for a new day, hope to move forward, and purpose even after the most difficult experiences.
Job never forgot what he had lost, but he learned to live trusting in God again. He learned to live with hope, knowing that death would not separate him forever from those he loved so much. He learned that in the deepest pain, God is still present and renews the strength of the one who has none left. As a mother, you may have lost a child. As a child, you may have lost your parents, and you need tranquilizers to cope. You may have lost a dream, an important milestone, and so on. God knows that pain. He wants to help you, but He needs you to trust in Him so you can rise again after your loss.
Not a sigh is exhaled, not a pain is felt, nor any grievance torments the spirit, without it also making the Father's heart beat. God stoops from His throne to hear the cry of the oppressed.
You can pray that the Lord knows the losses in your heart, and that when the pain seems too much, He will help you remember that He is still by your side. God doesn't ask you to pretend you're okay, but invites you to trust in His love, which remains steadfast even in the midst of your tears, because God can help you live after your losses. Amen.
Thank you for listening to this audio. We invite you to share with your contacts and visit the website BibleWell.com.